Curb's over now. You're
Yeah.
going to miss that.
Yeah, I will. But, I mean, everything's got to come to an end.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just we had an amazing run for 24 years, but I'll miss it. I won't ever. Larry would tell me this all the time. You never do anything that's funny again. Well, he's right.
Well, he can't say that.
Well, yeah, he can.
You can't say it if
He's
your
Larry
name's in the
David,
show.
and he could say it.
I guess he can, but it doesn't seem right. I'm going to have a bone to pick with Larry now.
You know what?
You'll never do anything as funny as this Conan podcast. Never. Good luck to you.
But the reason why he's right is because I can't imagine anything else that I would do that I would have as much creative input.
Yes.
When you're given a script and, how many times have I gotten a script? They're like, make it funny when it's not. But I mean, if Larry wrote it, it would have been. But, I got to write all my own lines. I got to create the character. And being in a creative collaboration with him.
Yes.
It's just, I'll never have anything like that again.
I
was joyous.
I also think that between when the pilot for that show was made and now, comedy changed a lot in a good way. We got away from proscenium comedy sitcoms and we got away from laugh tracks, and we got away from some of the phoniness. And so the comedy that you guys were doing in the early Curbs, where there's nothing to indicate. I mean, The Office was doing this too. The British Office and then the American Office. Yeah. They were letting awkward moments play as awkward
and let them sit.
And they were establishing natural rhythms. And I think there's a whole generation that now looks at that as that's what comedy's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So if you now show a 22-year-old, a person walks in and, hey, what's going on? Laugh track.
Yeah.
And who's this kooky guy? And then a little kid puts his fists on his
something witty
and says like, well, if you two get a divorce, I'll be the one that gets custody.
Yeah.
And it's like, we now all know.
Yeah.
No one will accept that.
Yeah. Nor should they.
No. And
it was of its time. I'm not criticizing that. It was, it's what we grew up on.
Right.
And some of them were brilliant.
Right.
I grew up with some brilliant sitcoms out there, some crap, but some brilliant ones too. But yeah, I mean, look, comedy is a reflection, as it should be, of the culture.
Yes.
One of the things that Curb has done, which I think is remarkable, it is not given into any kind of political correctness in any way. And how we get away with it on that show is remarkable, given the environment that we're in.
Something that occurred to me is there's just this general knowledge that no one's getting an apology from Larry David.
Yeah.
In a good way. He is going to irritate everyone.
Equal opportunity
irritator. And that he's not going to be caught in a moment where he has to then go in on camera and say, we did a thing and I apologize. Because he was, first of all, he always put himself down.
That's right.
So his character was always the one who loses.
He sticks his finger in his own eye.
And also, so there's not malice there. And then there's also a genuine, let's explore why these different tropes freak people out so much and do it in an equal way. And I think that's why there was this general acceptance of, yes, this show can do that.
And he's also saying what people want to say, but they can't. Like I was looking at a scene the other day where he goes up to a couple that have an adopted Chinese baby, and he says, "Does the kid have a proclivity for chopsticks?"
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, who else is going to do that
Right.
but Larry?
Right.
And it's hilarious.
And he's not saying it's right.
He's not saying it's right. But you kind of wonder.
Yeah. He's I don't know, but I do think you're right. I do think it's healthy when great things come to an end.
It can't last forever.
Yeah, and also it needs to transmogrify, transform. You need to go do the next thing.
Right.
So it's very liberating. People and the episodes are there. Everyone can watch and rewatch.
And there's
a
lot of them. There's 121 of them. And we're all getting old. It's like I think what Larry felt like, he's going to be 77 in July. how long could he act like this ridiculousness that he acts in that character?
Yeah.
I mean, I think he just felt that. And it just, especially after Richard died too,
Yeah.
it really felt like it was just over. I can't imagine doing this show without Louis. I just can't imagine it. But it doesn't feel sad to me as much as I feel, and not to be Pollyanna, I just feel so grateful to have done it.
Yes. I feel that way about so many things.
Well, you just finished something huge. How many 30 years you did?
Yeah, I think it was 28 years we did the show, did one show or another, but I did late night over and over. And then I have loved the last 3 years because I love doing the podcast. I love doing the travel shows. I'm a male model now. It all gives me, well, it's possible.
It's not true, though.
Well, I know, but there's a possibility.
Who gives a shit, David, if
David,
it's
why don't
true?
you shut? Thank you.
What are you, the voice of reason over
Yeah.
That's
here?
why I'm
Shut
here.
the fuck up,
Yeah.
David.
Fuckhead.
Yeah.
Susie, go after
Yeah.
David Hopping.
Yeah.
You fuck.
Yeah, fuck you, David.
Yeah. With
Happy to be here.
You sit in so rarely, and you sit in, and suddenly
Loving this.
you're just getting blasted. Susie Essman turns to you. What? Shut up.
But things do come to an end.
Yes.
And everything is not forever. Marriages end, whatever. People die.
No.
People die.
No, I'm not going to die. Can't die. Not going to happen. My ego's too big.
There was such quiet in the room
I
after
don't
you
care.
said that. Okay.
Nothing. I'm not going anywhere. See?
You're a ticking time bomb.
gonna
Honestly, it's a shock you
Keep
made
eating
it
the
this
deli,
far.
Conan.
I
Keep
know.
eating the Jewish deli food.
I'll meet you at the deli.